The four instinctive needs to play, fight, eat, and have sex are, in other words, entertainment, contention, consumption and reproduction. The physical needs for play, violence, food, and sex forces the mental body to contrive ways to satisfy, excuse, even sanction these primal needs. This may lead to murder, rape, scheming and cheating for short-sighted gains and other evil crimes. Ideally, the physical and mental bodies should be subservient to the spiritual body. The spiritual body should send orders to the mental body, which determines the proper method for bringing these orders into fruition. The mental body then guides the physical body in carrying out these plans. Every activity is based on foresight, wisdom, and conscience, and every activity conforms to the ways of God. Kingdom of humankind. The members of this kingdom possess, in addition to physical and mental bodies, spiritual bodies. Where there is spirit, there is hope and creativity. And because the spirit is not limited by space or time and the body is, a sense of incompleteness arises, along with a desire to progress beyond the present physical condition. Hopes that are beyond the limits of space and time imbue man with the urge and ability to create. So man, hoping his creations will somehow make his physical presence last as long as his spiritual presence, created science, music, literature and art, erected monuments of lasting materials, and even built empires. But none of his accomplishments have ever given him enough satisfaction. At the root of all his travails, man desires to be immortal. Religions partially satisfy the desire for immortality, but they focus on life after death. So, unsatisfied desires still fill the hearts of men and women with frustration and pain. Man's desire for immortality or to enter the kingdom of God is the true goal of evolution. Consequently, they have devised methods for spiritualizing the body, and lifting man into the kingdom of God as he lives on earth. The kingdom of God. This kingdom can be reached. In this kingdom the human body is spiritualized. When you are a spiritualized being, unlimited by space or time, you have access to all corners of the universe. A spiritual being experiences complete satisfaction, peace and happiness, since he or she is in unity with God and the universe. Not all human beings are qualified to enter the kingdom of God. Sage are divided into three. Being wise, holy, and kind. Love is the guiding force. Being extremely wise, holy, and ego-less, has left behind all human characteristics. Perfect virtue is his guiding force. Being immersed in God, God is the guiding force. To be a spiritual being on earth is to focus the spirit within us. The bodies contain spirits, each distinct and mortal. This is what we call the innate nature. Train this innate nature and it will return to virtue. Virtue at its best is identical with the origin. Being of the one is to be ultimately formless, and this formlessness is vast. Value that which is without body or form. A mind free of thoughts and desire is essential to nurture the spirit within. The empty mind is part of our original nature, and a primary goal of cultivating spirituality is to recover this original mind. The ordinary person cannot realize the original mind because it is blocked by the mundane mind of thoughts and desires. When the human mind produces ideas, is full of images, is moved by passion, then it is only able to know the effects of the principal, distinct perceptible beings. The true nature of mind is empty, and that enlightenment is none other than recovering the true nature of the original mind. When the human mind, absolutely arrested, is completely empty and calm, it is a pure and clear mirror, capable of reflecting the ineffable and unnameable essence of the principle itself. Before time, and throughout time, there has been a self-existing being, eternal, infinite, complete, omnipresent. It is referred to as without form or the principle. Now the primordial being was primitively, and is still essentially, non-sentient, non-perceptible. Outside this being, before the beginning, there was nothing. To be a spiritual being is done by emptying the mind or be mindless or thoughtless or emotionless, being still and silent as well as ignoring the five senses of the body. Finding a quiet place to do this will help the process. Cleanse your heart, scorn the passions. The eye does not see, the ear does not hear, the heart knows nothing. Yet your spirit will guard your body, and your body will have a long life. Guard what is within, block that which is outside. Refuse to allow anything external distracts you. Your mind must become one. Do not try to understand with your ears but with your heart. Indeed, not with your heart but with your soul. Listening blocks the ears. Set your heart on what is right, but let your soul be open to receive in true sincerity. The way is found in emptiness. Emptiness is the fasting of the heart. To serve your own soul in such a way as to prevent either joy or sorrow within, but outwardly to handle what life throws at you is inevitable and not to be worried by this. Be calm. Cast aside your worries, fear and anxiety. Let your multitudinous cares, problems and troubles fall away. Have no worldly desire. One who has nothing is the real companion of God. Likes and dislikes, music and colors just confuse your inner self. Have no path and no plans or design. Moves unexpectedly or be spontaneous based on intuition and divine inspiration. Have no thoughts and no reflections. Have simple needs. Diminish your desires. Let go what goes and greet what comes. What comes cannot be ignored and what goes cannot be held. Acts without knowing why and moves without knowing where. Be quietly placid and rides the flow of events. Act spontaneously, be content. Do not be judgmental, do not criticize others. Convey what you wish to say, but leave out the exaggerations. Keeps no tally of right and wrong, good or bad. Share your gains or what you have with all and expect nothing back. Simply wants to be united in God in a tranquil heart. Do not wear out your body and bring anxiety to your hearts. Do not be concerned with mighty goals and plots, ambition and hatred. Rely upon God, not human. Being unconcerned and engaged in actionless action, your gentle spirit will draw all life to you like a dust cloud. The sage does not view money and goods as true profit. Nor is he attracted by fame and fortune. Nor by enjoyment of long life. Nor sadness at an early death. He does not value wealth as a blessing. Nor is he ashamed by poverty. He will not lust for the wealth of a generation to have as his own. He has no wish to rule the whole world as his private domain. His honor is clarity of understanding that all life are part of one treasury, and that death and birth are united. He gives no thought to praise, reward, titles or income. He gives no thought to glory or blame, to skill or stupidity. When cultivating the spirit, he becomes so still that he forgets whether he has 4 limbs and a body. All his energy is focused and external concerns have gone. He is empty and plain, and seems crazy. Anonymous, abdicating power, he has no interest in work or fame. So he doesn't criticize others and they don't criticize him. He is never heard. The sage slept without dreaming and awoke without anxiety. He ate without tasting, breathing deeply, incredibly deeply. The sage breathes from his feet up, while ordinary people just breathe from the throat. The sage did not hold on to life, nor did he fear death. He arrived without expectation and left without resistance. He went calmly, he came calmly, and that was that. He did not set out to forget his origin, nor was he interested in what would become of him. He loved to receive anything but also forgot what he had received and gave it away. To do what he has to do, he forgets his own life. He has no time to sit and contemplate the love of life or the fear of death. He can fulfill all the wants of people from perfect nothingness. Strengthen your heart, remain sure in actionless action, and all things will then transform themselves. Reject your body, throw out hearing and eyesight, forget that you are anyone, become one with the vast and the void. Loosen the heart, free the spirit, be calm as if without a soul. All living things return to their root. Happiness and sadness are passing, transient. Knew nothing, forgot everything like when we sleep. The person who forgets self can be known as the one who enters heaven. Do not follow form, do not follow convention, and this will be your carriage. Cultivate your innate nature and allow destiny to do the rest. To pay too much attention to such external things makes you thoughtless about the internal things. If you leave the troubles of existence, your body will not be wearied. If you forget life, your energy will not be damaged. Everything arises from what is formless and descends into that which is changeless. Remain true to the one and all manner of tasks will be completed. Try to move beyond the physical body. Thinking he deserved nothing. Neither bad fortune will affect it nor good fortune draw near. Having neither bad nor good fortune, it is not affected by the misfortune that comes to most others. Draw your heart into the power of the life-giving light. The sage sees his role as that of a wanderer, sees knowledge as a curse, convention as a glue, virtue as just a means, and effort as common trade. The sage has no great plans, so what use has he for knowledge? He makes no divisions, so what use has he for glue? He has no problems, so what use has he for virtue? He has no career, so what need has he for common trade? These four, they are the nourishment of heaven. Fed by heaven, he is nourished by heaven. As he loves being nourished by heaven, he has no need of humanity. He has the form of a man, but not the emotions of a man. Because he has the form of a man, he can be amongst men, but not having the emotions of a man, he does not have to follow the ways of right and wrong. Inconsequential and small, he stays amongst men. Substantial and large, he is at one with heaven. The sage manages to harmonize right and wrong and is content to abide by the natural equality of heaven. The sage did not fight against poverty, nor did he look for fulfillment through riches, for he had no grand plans. Therefore, he never regretted any failure, nor exulted in success. The sage slept without dreaming and awoke without anxiety. The sage does not wallow or indulge in lust and desire. When the original breath within is scattered and will not reunite, then weakness follows. If it goes up but will not come down, it makes a man bad-tempered. If it goes down but will not come up, it makes a man very forgetful. If it goes neither up nor down, but centers upon the body, at the heart, then illness comes.